What's up, Night Owl? Steely here, back with some big news. Wizards of the Coast has just announced the newest edition of Dungeons and Dragons. They are not moving forward with 6th edition like we all thought. They are actually going back to 4th edition. Finally, D&D 4.5 is going to be huge. Anybody that watches my channel knows that 4th edition is my favorite, has a special place in my heart, and I can't wait to play it again. Now, this next part is purely speculative, but I'm hoping that they learned from the mistakes that they made in 5th edition and 3.5, and they toned back the options. I think the biggest problem with Dungeons and Dragons is there's just too many options. You sort of get that feeling where like you have so many different choices and you can't decide what you want to do. And so you kind of get locked up. And I hope that they reel that back and maybe only have like a handful of classes, like 4 or 5, and their powers are all well balanced. Balance should be the emphasis on this edition. Balance between the different classes, and just kind of work out the damage, and just I want everything to be more streamlined, more linear. That way, nobody kind of stands out among the party. You kind of have everybody on the same line. You guys know what I'm saying? Like everybody doing the exact same amount of damage and the exact same effects across the board throughout the levels would be a much better experience for Dungeons and Dragons overall. Another thing that I hope that they work on that's been plaguing D&D for years is the story. There's too much story, too much lore. There's too much for players to take in. It's hard to really grasp what's going on with all of this plot being kind of just thrown at you. And I hope that they narrow it down and focus more on the combat and the tokens and the positioning and things like that, and really bring back the whole story. If you want story, movies and books and are the way to go. D&D is more like a video game where you play as a character and you progress and you collect loot. And that's what I hope that they emphasize, and hope they focus on in this new 4.5 book that I'm cannot wait. I'm so excited for this one. Anyway, that's all I've got for this announcement. Be on the lookout for more 4.5 content, and let me know in the comments what you think about these big changes coming to D&D, and I'll see you guys at sundown.